One of the biggest games in Monarch football history here at Johnny Unitas Stadium in Towson. Coming off Andy Mashaw, that loss at homecoming to Villanova, it was huge.
It really was. They had to come up here to play the best defense in the conference with an offense that was kind of struggling last week. We know the defensive troubles. They had to come up here and play a tough offense. It was a tough challenge.
The key thing in those challenges is to get off to the fast start, and they did. Jarrett Brown kicks a field goal to give the Monarchs a 3-0 lead, and then on the ensuing kickoff, Fred Creedle just creams a Towson Tiger.
It looked like a train wreck when he hit him. I mean, it was just an outstanding hit. The kickoff coverage all night was pretty good, but this set them up because this gives them the opportunity to jump out really early on a team that's not built to come from behind, Towson, and it was a big swing in this game early.
Well, the key thing is you have to capitalize on those turnovers, and the Monarchs did, culminating their 22-yard drive with a pass from Taylor Heineke to Antonio Vaughn, and suddenly it's 10-0, and whatever crowd was here at Johnny Unitas Stadium was silenced.
Yeah, a little thin crowd to start out here, but that was a good pass by Heineke on that one right off the pylon there. It's Vaughn who goes down to get it. Big early lead. And the Monarchs kept adding to that lead. It was 10-3, and then it was 17-3, 17-6 at the intermission. And at one point, they built that lead to 31-6, and it looked like they were cruising. It really did. I mean, a fumble recovery by Blair Roberts. It looked, I don't know if he got in or not. Angus Harper did, but hey, got his teammate right there on hand, jumps on the ball. That gives them the big 31-6 lead at that point. And they were in control of them.
But Towson, who a year ago came back in dramatic fashion to win on homecoming at Foreman Field at SB Ballard Stadium, scored a couple of touchdowns. It's 31-20. Then the Monarch defense did what they needed to do.
Yeah, Towson came back. When they had to throw it, they actually weren't bad. Believe it or not, Grant Enders actually out-threw Taylor Heineke tonight. He had 290 yards. Heineke had 264. Well, like you said, when they had to have it, they came down. Lobs this, they set it up. They had everybody on the right side, threw back to the one receiver on the left side. Good defense by Evans, great defense by Simmons coming over the top to make sure that ball gets swatted out of there. That one pretty much diced it. Tom
Ryan was the guy that broke Monarch hearts a year ago on 4th and 29. They went to him on 4th down again. Didn't happen, and Old Dominion wins by a final count of 31-20. Monarchs now 6-1 overall, 3-1 in the league.
3-1 in the league. First time Towson has lost here all year long. First home defeat for them. They got to go into Delaware next week, though. Old Dominion does, and it's going to be another tough week. I mean, this is one after the other in this conference.
Coach Wilder says the true test of a team is how they bounce back from adversity. Monarchs did a nice job of it.
They did. They even had some guys who didn't play, a couple from injury, a couple from some suspensions. Eric Saylor shifted outside, played defensive tackle this week. Well, that was a big adjustment for them, though, to add a little bit of extra beef, a little extra strength on that edge to make sure they couldn't get pushed around like they did last week. This week they did. Also, ran with a bum shoulder. Sort of made them change a few things, and it worked out for the better.
Monarchs show character and come to Towson and beat the Tigers, the defending CAA champions. Final score was 31-20. Again, Old Dominion 3-1 in the CAA, 6-1. I get the math. 6-1 overall. For Andy Mashaw, this is Ed Alexander for Monarch Media.